Hello, everybody. Welcome to the NSFW Cleveland podcast. I'm Chris Paul.
I am John Armstrong.
This week on the NSFW Cleveland podcast,
Once again, we just did a podcast before the
we
podcast.
pre-podcast.
Yeah. We like to be ready. We like to stretch.
Yeah, we talk shit about too many specific people to put it on the
This
show,
is the edited version.
we get out all the local gossip before we.
These are the redacted files of the NSFW podcast.
Yeah, we expose the 1% of Cleveland comedy before the show. But it got us talking about like writing for different rooms.
Yeah.
Like
oh my
if
God.
if you do one, like hilarities a lot, you could get kind of in a mode where you're catering to that kind of.
It's like a performance mode. I have been fortunate enough to work hilarities a lot at this point, which is cool. But once you're working, I mean, they have different audiences there, but at the same time, if you get used to the breathing of a certain room and the energy of a room and just the vibration of a room, you do kind of you're fucking the same girl. You know what I mean? Like you could be good at fucking that girl, but you're good at fucking that girl, and then you try to take those skills to another environment.
It's
it
like,
doesn't. Yeah.
Because somewhere like Hilarities or any club, like the different headliners are bringing at this point, especially. I think more than ever, it's every headliner is bringing like their own crowd. It's like they're usually specifically there to see that comic.
Yeah.
So to feature at a bunch of different places like that, you have to have more broad. Like until it's you bringing your crowd, that's when you can get like.
You do have to be a bit malleable to a certain type of energy. Yeah, because sometimes you'll be with gnarly comics who you can get in the dirt and weeds with, and then you'll be a weekend like, we need you to be clean, and by clean we mean no politics, no race, no sex, none of that stuff. So yeah. But in doing that, I don't know. It helps, but I guess you need to be cognizant of it. Like, it's good to get the reps in. It's good to work different audiences, but it's also good to realize when it's like, oh, I'm starting to cater to the laugh instead of, you know what I mean? Because not all jokes. I mean, not all jokes are supposed to get the whole room. Some shit is supposed to be harsh and have some people like, you know what I mean? And I'm not I'm not slipping into like red pill shit. Like, sometimes you got to say the word.
You got to piss them off to make them laugh. No, but you do. There are like, you kind of create tension or like interest, or like they get more like, that could even be like I don't know if this is the real word for them. I call them like tension release jokes.
I mean, essentially that's what a joke is.
Well, I mean, where you do something like really
ratchets it up.
For me, it's like usually really sad, and then it'll be like the punchline has to bring them back out of that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I like those. I call those like magic tricks where you switch them and turn it at the end.
But it is more,
give them that relief.
It is more entertaining for you doing it if you really affected their feelings a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Where they went, damn, and then you get the laugh out of them after that.
Well, yeah, because part of it is, America comics. I don't know, to non-comedians watching this, like when you're doing comedy, once you're doing it over and over again, you do have to have ways to keep yourself engaged in it yourself. because that's another way where you could find out you're like catering to an audience or pandering, because you're literally like doing a stump speech. You're not even doing a joke anymore. You're just doing this performed thing. So sometimes when you have those antagonistic jokes where you can feel the audience and you know what I mean, and you can feel like you've split half of them, and then when you bring them back, that keeps you present. You know what I mean? Because like it's so easy to get lost in just like.
I think that's, and I think that's where people misunderstand like being shocking or offensive or something, like, because when you're first, that's why new comics are so bad at that specific thing. Yeah, like they can, like a lot of people start, they've figured out joke writing, they've watched all the YouTube videos and like know the like comparison thing and the rule of three and you know all those like structural writing things. Like there's a lot of people that start now that know that off of the bat. No. And but they're still not I don't know, maybe they do, but it's something I learned like years in, was like actually like how you're really kind of affecting the mood if you can.
How the audience can feel you, like.
Yeah, like
that's why when like, you bomb
where like jokes are kind of like surface level, like this and this and this, so this happened, and it's but when you're doing that with like there's other emotions before the laugh and shit like that, when you're figuring that stuff out. Not that I've figured it all out, but
at least being aware of
like
it. Yeah,
playing in those areas.
Yeah,
I think comes with more experience, or maybe I was a slow learner.
Man, it kind of does. I mean, I think different stuff comes to different people at different times. I've had like I don't know. I've had luck with comedy, but there are certain types of jokes that I'm aware of that I want to be able to do that at this point I don't do. I want to do more stories. I want to be able to do more like characters, like not necessarily voices, but just being able to be more descriptive and more I don't know, more textured in the joke. Just like comics that I've watched that I admire, and just classic bits. Like that's the thing. I want to have like really good like bits. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I can just like drone on. You know what I mean? And I'll get laughs, but like I'll play it back and I'll be like, oh, I was just fucking talking. I ain't even fucking. You know what I mean? And then I'm like, I need like that's where I could get a lot better, so I have a lot more bits. Like
I'm kind of struggling with writing right now because
the world's on fire and nothing's funny.
I mean that's a big part of it. Yeah, I don't even know. That is a weird thing because it's like you gotta.
Didn't want to bring up the impending doom.
Yeah, but how do you like act like all those things aren't happening and actually be present in like on stage and shit like that? And
not to be the black guy, but welcome to being black. it just always sucks all the time. So like you just gotta make your happiness.
And also, I think when I started, I just like sprinted for like 6 or 7 years. Like I just wrote. I didn't judge it enough because a lot of it was working. Yeah. But looking back, I think the reasons it was working were things that have changed, like I had a missing, this big gap where I had a missing tooth. I look like shit. I think my jokes were funnier when I looked like shit.
Black-jawed yokel. From fucking Simpsons.
I think those jokes were partially like working because of the character that I like. The look I had. Yeah,
you were a fat comic.
Judgment.
Fat comic joke.
Yeah. Doing.
I'm a big fat man in a big fat world. You sure are.
Well, I wasn't.
We liked you.
I didn't do a lot of that. I did like it was like weird, dark, like one-liners and like very like depressing. And then but I looked a certain way, so it worked
playing into
differently.
playing into your basement dwelling look.
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
had.
It also, none of that shit plays the same way now as I just look like a 45, like it's not like I don't even have like
You
the
do kind of
youth
grow into
behind
yourself.
it, or yeah,
It's funny, like in my 40s, I've kind of finally grew into myself. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah, that's wild, dude.
And it's very I think, I don't know if everyone would agree, I think my demeanor is very different than when I started comedy. I was 30. I'm 45 now. It's like a whole different my demeanor, the shape of my body, how much I shower, it's and like take care of myself is all very different. And so now I'm having this weird.
It's almost as if you treat yourself better, you'll do better.
Yeah, but not as funny. But less funny, maybe.
You think you're less funny now than then?
I think that I judge what I'm writing more harshly.
Okay.
And I also have a disconnect on, I don't know what my stuff, my material seems. I don't know what my vibe is. Like, I don't know what that character is, because it's just I'm just me all the time now, and I don't know how to translate that into comedy at this point. That's where I have an idea, but
No, I feel you. I'm trying to convey my like personality that through my jokes and a little more of myself through it without like giving away, the kitchen sink. It's a balance, man, because I'm looking at people online who I like check for and who I like, and I'm like, well, what are they doing? You know what I mean? And there is a certain amount of here comes the word, authenticity, that they convey through a lot of their stuff that just draws you in. So I think that's the key for us.
I think that's
or for just a comic period to
yeah,
level up.
Because for all the I was being authentic then too. Like, I was just authentically awful.
No.
But it was funny. And
I guess it's the self-awareness around it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's kind of where I'm at now. Is like just in general, I'm like, what am I at 45? What am I doing here? How do I make any of this work? It's and I had the weird long break during COVID and everything, so it's been like 3 years of trying to find my footing again. And also, I had out the gate like 10 minutes on death care, which would have, I think, been a lot better for 2017 Paul.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I don't know, man. I'm excited because I feel like I'm at a level to where I can level up and really take this somewhere. But it is very humbling to just be on the journey. Like, you really do have to make yourself put one foot in front of the other, because this shit, man, comedy is rough. Shrimping is tough. It's like, thank God I'm funny. Jesus Christ, man. If it's this hard being funny, I couldn't imagine.
yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've had new material, like a good 30, 45 minutes over the last, since I've been, doing comedy again.
Yeah.
But, putting it into an hour-long narrative where it all
comes
together and shit is where I'm like, what am I going to do here?
Yeah, because that is the thing of making it a special, you know what I mean? Or making it an hour instead of just having a patchwork quilt of,
It's
soliloquies.
the coalescing with your authenticity.
All these words. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What are you doing this summer, man? Didn't you say you're about to go back to New York?
Yeah, we did this weird I don't remember if we talked about this yet or not. We did this weird roast battle show in Brooklyn. And
Brooklyn Zoo.
it was like at a like a weed convention. And it was like the guy that makes jars, and like had a table and like different dab rigs, and they had plenty
It
of
sounds like
samples.
the beginning of a horror movie, and then they like lock the doors, and then chaos ensues.
Well, it
I
was,
thought it was a weed festival, man.
Everyone there had a contact high. To make a long story short,
Visible smoke. Throughout.
oh yeah, like clouds. We didn't get the address until the day of, because
So y'all left there
it's
like
legal
reeking,
in
right?
New York, but it's a legal state, but there's still certain rules.
Yeah.
And so you don't have events like this, and like it's kind of an underground, like, but my point is, terrible comedy audience, because everybody is just stoned out of their gills and just staring at you. And
Hey man, that was me, man. You shouldn't have said that, man. Where
Yeah,
are the
I mean,
jokes, man? I mean,
the,
let's all just get along, man.
the audience was cooler than some of the people on the judges panel, and that's all I really want to say about it. But
Chris.
it wasn't filmed or anything, so we're going back to battle the same people.
Nice.
I think some of the same people. We're gonna do it at the Comedy Cellar, though.
Yeah, that's so dope. I want a video with the Comedy Cellar in my backdrop. You know what? I'm gonna get one.
It doesn't help. Nobody cares.
I'm about to say, I'm seeing everybody on there. I'm like, wait, he's there.
No, you'll get like 4 or 5 of your friends will be like, "That's really cool," and then everybody else is like, "Fuck this guy."
Yeah. You're creating enemies. Closing doors you didn't even know could be open.
Yeah. It's the people, like, your friends are like, "That's awesome," and then the rest of the comedy community is like, "Fuck, this is just fucking roast battle. Fuck you."
Yeah, dude. Shrimping is tough. Oh, but I love it though, man. I've been writing some stuff lately, and I got a clean show to do tomorrow, and I have a few cleanish things I'm gonna try to string together.
I truly, you know what I think that why part of the reason influencers are winning comedy is because they started
Their looks
first. Because their first directive was connecting with their fans. And when you start in comedy first and then start doing social media stuff because you're a comic, your directive has been like impress other comics and shit. And because that's who's running shows and things like that. But there was a switch where it's like, yeah, but who gives a fuck about the other comics if you can get 30 normal people to buy tickets?
That's a smarter way to go. I just had an epiphany. I know I relate everything to sex, but that's the reason that I'm shitty with women is the same reason I'm shitty with my marketing and comedy. It's that approach. The focus is on the wrong thing. It's like you're supposed to be cultivating a different type of audience and outcome, and you're chasing the wrong fucking thing. Hey comics, look at me. I'm really funny. Why doesn't people come to my show? I'm just trying to impress other comics. Hey girl, look at me. You're like, where's this going? I don't know. I lost it. I had some, but I lost it. But no, I there's just epiphany. I just having blind spots, like, and I mean it's good to notice it, but it's like, god damn, I am. Cause so much stuff is like counterintuitive. It's that whole thing of like, if you work hard, you'll excel, and then you start, being in the workforce, you realize that's not what makes you excel.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing, if I'm good to a woman, I'll have a good relationship. It's like, no, it's more of a cat and mouse kind of push and pull that they respond to. And in this fucking shit with the comedy, it's like, yeah, I just want to be funny and then have an audience that way, but you're catering to people to get booked rather than just doing some grassroots shit and getting your shit out to people so that they look for you to be wherever you are.
Yeah, I think about this a lot because
Ding ding ding, I solved it.
I've known this for years that you fuck the other comics. Who gives a fuck? The other comics will be there if you have an audience. I didn't
Chris.
What'd you say?
You said fuck the other comics. I said you fuck the other comics.
Not
and then
like
I looked
that.
into the I looked into the camera when I said
I'm saying the audience is what matters. And I've known that forever, but I just don't have the... It's like the comics you see that have like a big following, they talk to their, like they interact with everybody. They're just...
That was the part I forgot I wanted to say.
You have to...
that's why it's like a woman, because it's like we want the sex, but we're like, I gotta talk to it. Like, we just want like the glory of it, but it's like, oh, I gotta interact with this thing and cultivate it and like, hey, like. Oh, we're horrible, man.
Who was we? I didn't say that. I was talking about fans.
I made it about myself and tried to get you in on my shit and shame. But no, that's what I was thinking. Is that whole thing of like why do women look at me as objectifying them, and then they're like, I gotta talk to you.
Talk like a person. But that really, I mean,
I have to deal with you.
I don't know. There's people that are just a lot better. Like, I'm just not a people person, so I have a harder time, like, just interacting with enough people to build a following.
I know what you mean.
Like,
we were talking about that.
I don't have the bandwidth to know hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people.
Well, some of the hardest shit, like, after a show, is that meet and greet shit. Like, I started doing it more and more because again, trying to grow an audience, and it is good. I'll get followers and shit and shaking hands, and especially if you have merch, it's just a good way to do a following. But I find that to be more taxing than the actual show. Like, mentally.
I
mean, you're great. It's really weird. I don't want to come off as ungrateful, and people are super nice and stuff like that. But it's just it's a weird energy because when I'm on stage, I'm on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I'm on. But when I'm off, I'm not on, but they're on the way they were. You know what I mean? So it's the balance is off, and I'm just like,
yeah.
Again, I just called an Uber. Get out of here. I already came, and now I don't want you to touch me. It all goes back to women. Oh my God, I need therapy. But that's exactly what it is, dude. I just blew my load, and I just and you're talking to me about what you're doing tomorrow. I don't care. I'm a horrible person.
I'm just not good at it. I just don't.
There's a way to put it without revealing too much.
I see a lot of comics, like, and I've tried before, like they have like their card or like something with their Instagram and shit like that on it, and they'll just be like handing them out and taking pictures with people and shit, and like and those people probably come back to see them the next time.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of crowd retention.
I've been telling
like,
myself,
hey, that was great, blah blah blah, and I'm like, oh, thank you, and then I run away, and I don't like follow up and get give
I've been
my
telling
Instagram
myself I was
out or
going
any of
to
that stuff.
get a card for like 5 years now. I'm going to get a card.
I had
should I America? Should I get a card for merch?
Get a card or just like a little flyer to like square thing with it. That's what I got. I'll find them somewhere.
So the QR code thing.
Yeah, yeah.
I got one. I had one of those with my John Armstrong Against the World, my special that I filmed. It's on Bill Swire's YouTube. But yeah, I had one for that. I just actually found some. I thought I had passed them all out, so I guess I do have something to give. No. All right, some more.
So that's what I'm gonna do this summer is figure out how to
We always bring it back.
coalesce this 45 minutes of death care material and record it so I can move on from it.
Well, put it in the space that you are now, like this reflective 45-year-old man who's like, your kids are grown, you have a good rapport with them, you're getting success with roast battle, you're starting to actually live off of your dream, you know what I mean? The pushes and pulls and all that, just, you know, layer that and into it while you're driving this car to that destination.
Midlife was a crazy time to start moving dead bodies.
Midlife is a crazy time to still be bartending. This shit is beating my body the fuck up, dude.
It's a wild decade.
Oh, yeah. What we do.
40s.
Yeah. We're the only viable jobs. I drink them into the grave, and then he picks them up. And then we entertain the other people. Yeah. It's a wild existence.
Between.
I don't know. I do keep saying I am very optimistic, and I think I'm about to really hit another level here.
Did you you recorded John Armstrong versus the World, and then how much of that was new? Or was that like
it was an accumulation of jokes over the years, but I mean I'm a fairly prolific writer. I can get some time going. Like I can get a half hour and a couple months, maybe even shorter actually. But like a good punchy, I can because a lot of my stuff. But that's the other problem I used to have too, though, which is why again I was saying I want to do different types of bits because working places like Hilarities, I've hosted so much that a lot of my jokes became topical, regional, and stuff like that. Just because like you're the warm-up act, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you're just kind of talking about what happened.
So I did have a lot of material, but it wasn't evergreen. You know what I mean? So then I had to start getting more specific, like either bits about something, or since I'm conversational, talk about my life and relatable stuff with the kids and shit like that. You know what I mean? So I did have a lot of time, but some of it was kind of some of that just dead time. Hey, how you doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I've been pretty good at writing. I just have to write better.
Yeah. I do that as, I guess, if we're counting that. It's more than I'm really harsh on it though. So
well, you gotta be, man. I'll be in denial. Sometimes I'll just be away from it. Then I'll make myself watch certain stuff, and it's like, oh shit, tighten that up. And then, okay, what was that? And, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I get very wincy. You know what I mean? I try to go by my experience when I was telling the jokes, but you got to go back to that forensics, man. Because I've had sets that I thought wasn't that good, and I watch or listen to the tape, and I'm like, oh, I got some good laughs in pockets that I usually don't get those laughs. And then I've had it on the other end where I'm like, ooh, I want to see this one. I know this is a good one, and I'm just watching it. I'm just like, you're just talking.
I get these weird, I'll get ideas for like a concept for like a whole 45 minutes to an hour, and like I'll start with this and build this, and then that gets to like 8 to 10 minutes, and I'm like, that's good right there. That's
we're done.
We're done with this. I've explored this idea more than I want.
Yeah, sometimes you have to put shit down. You know what I mean? Well, at least that's worked for me. I've had certain jokes like some things come to me quick, but I've had some jokes that it takes literally years to write because I'll keep trying to do it and I'll put it down. I keep trying to do it and I'll put it down. and then it'll finally something will click, and you're like, oh, I got it. Those are fun. That's why I have a million premises and half jokes in the back of my head. Just always, just this plastic sea of trash in the back of my head of jokes that I'm trying to make something out of.
I've had a lot of stuff that there was just like not evergreen but I would eventually like that would come back around somehow.
Yeah.
Or I would be able to change like the person in it and use the same joke for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
Do that with situations or women or kids or.
well, the like geopolitically, we're just on repeat for the last 100 years.
Yeah. What is it? The history, it rhymes.
Yeah.
It doesn't always repeat, but it does rhyme. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah. Human beings are grossly just disappointed. It's like this is
predictable.
Yeah, but it's like really. It's like when you're in a. Not that this is pertinent to anything that's going on with me now, but it's like when you're in a breakup or in a relationship that's just going bad, and then it's just like the psycho person is just like so vindictive and just keeps coming at you, and you're like, dude, I don't even have the patience to like what is your thing? And that is this country, the Confederacy, white supremacy, capitalism. Is just this never ending fucking just Jesus. We get it. You hate it. Like it's exhausting, dude.
The Confederacy is effectively taken over.
This is what happens when they should have killed those people. They should have killed all those people. How Going with the Wind came about because they came and burned Atlanta down. Oh no, these savage Yankees. Like, you all are literally running an Epstein Island on a fucking countrywide scale. You are using people as chattel. You're literally killing them, raping them, and eating them, and having kids with them, and making your kids slaves too. It was fucking sick. Like, to boil it down to just some people picking cotton and then going back in the house and singing songs like that. That's the fucking postcard, dude. Like, you wish the fucking slavery was that. It was a big nasty Epstein Island, and then they told these people they couldn't do it no more, and they've been pissed ever since, and they've been still doing it ever since, and finding ways to do it out in the open. Again, fucking human beings are fucking sick, dude.
They overturned the Civil Rights Voting Act.
Yeah. The South is a big red thing now.
Yeah, and
with Atlanta,
it got to the Supreme. They overturned it, and they immediately went to put it in effect.
Yeah. They've been wanting to do this for years. It was only 62 years old. Most of the people who are in office are older than the Voting Rights Act itself.
Back to states' rights.
Yeah, when it's convenient. Yeah, this is pure shit. We are in hell. But the only good thing is I love the awakening because, again, it has always been like this. Just not necessarily as in your face, but at this point it's pigs at the trough. Because the people at the top know what's going on, like it's starting to circle the drain. The dollar's going to bottom out here, Pretty. I don't want to get so doom and gloom.
Yeah, but I mean the gas affects the price of everything.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Oil is traded on the petrodollar, and that shit's gonna. It's not looking good, people. That's why we do comedy, to make you guys laugh. Because, no, I don't know. I try to hold out some hope, and I think that this is one of those extinction burst events that they talk about, which is like the dying gasps of a.
Or they're just they're buttering us up for some crazy ass deal he's made with Elon Musk to force everyone to have electric cars.
Oh, if we could only be so lucky.
Gas is $15 a gallon, they'll welcome the Teslas.
Yeah. Hey, maybe. Maybe that's his 3D dementia chess.
3 dementia chess. Well, I don't think he's run. I mean,
Oh no,
but
it's Weekend at Bernie's. It's always has been. Just show him his little shiny toys and yeah, you're the king of the world. Yeah, that's what one. All right, I'm gonna go back to comedy, but like, but the just the level of ass kissing and glazing, as the kids say, and just
my thing at
it's
this
so
point
gross,
is
dude.
I don't know how much to say anymore because I don't want to be on record a whole lot anymore because obviously
I don't give a fuck.
obviously if they remove the ability to vote people out, there's gonna have to be other ways to get them out.
Yeah,
And
a whole bunch of whoopsies.
you know, I just fear for everyone's future.
Yeah.
I think they're digging themselves a hole they think is this big powerful hole, but somebody's gonna toss dirt over that hole.
Yeah, it is inevitable. Will we
Something's
have
gonna
the
happen.
catharsis of seeing it in our lifetimes? Maybe.
I
not.
just can't imagine people aren't going to keep paying for like it's just not. This is not sustainable.
Yeah.
Something's gonna happen.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the beauty of it. And we are also intertwined now that this super groovy civil/race war wouldn't happen the way they wanted to. Their strong point is in the South, but then most black people live in the South, so
They're
it's not
still
going to be
trying to pretend that that's not what it is.
yeah, and they don't have any of the it's just like slavery, any other industry to actually have any economic type. Yeah, it's stupid. It's dumb. I don't know. I don't know. Comedy, yeah. Why do I suck at hitting up, emailing bookers? And why am I thinking about bookers when I should be thinking about an audience?
Well, I mean, you know, both. You need both, but I do think, and it's always mostly been that way. But like, clubs used to, you know, just have people come to clubs because they were comedy fan. Like they didn't know who was gonna be headlining or whatever.
Tonight, your special guest, Chris Paul.
Yeah. And then they would just hire people that did well on stage.
Yeah.
But that's not how it works anymore.
Yeah.
That's been
That's the cruise ship model now. You just show up.
You just have to accept it.
Yeah.
Like that's my biggest problem the last few years is like just going, okay, that's how it is.
No.
And I've just been complaining about it, which doesn't help.
Well, you have grown your own brand though, and you know, what is it? Necessity is the mother of invention. Like rapper that I love, who's getting his back kicked in right now because he's a capitalist scumbag. But Jay-Z used to talk about that. Like he had Rockefeller Records, and they had this big record label, sold all these records. But he was like, honestly, he didn't even want to be this mogul record owner. He was like, he just went to every studio and they told him no. So it just made him have to do his own thing. That's what you're doing right now. You know what I mean? So like through just making your own lane, you might make the biggest lane. You know what I mean? Like,
No, I won't.
and then you'll have your own comedy mothership. And you'll get to be racist in your own green room. Oh, finally. And another thing, if one more of these Turkish Cleveland comics comes up, just very specific, like, oh man, I don't know.
I like everybody.
Do you?
Mostly. People slip through the cracks, and sometimes get back out of that crack.
That crack is nasty and it stinks, don't it? It stinks, don't it?
What the fuck?
Hey man, I'm trying to be silly. No one wants to think about the end of the world.
Yeah, that is so to bring it back to comedy writing. That's the other point. It's like, what am I? What are we doing?
What's the deal? What's up? like how many times can you do that with a fucking mushroom cloud in the background? like yeah.
What do you think comics were doing during World War II in Germany? Where they like they had
I know the niggas in France was getting so much pussy. Like Did I ever talk about that on here? That's the reason why cognac is popular in the black community, because the World War II GIs who went over to France, like, and all the pussy they got. But no, the French treated them better than the Americans did, and there was an animosity towards like brands like Jack Daniels and stuff like that, because all these southern distilleries were known to be racist or old plantations and shit like that. So for brown liquor, we floated towards cognac, and then that became stigmatized.
French.
Want to know why watermelon's a negative stereotype? This is the last one I'll do. Because after slavery, that was one of the first crops that black people could grow and sell, on the market or whatever. And they started making money, you know what I mean? So they started making all these minstrel things about like black people with watermelon, and start making fun of them. Like, oh, look at these black people, and they're pretty much demonizing them for the thing they're making money on. Like laughing at them
for doing the capitalism thing you created for the system.
Like I remember we're a lot more away from the Southwest, so I remember when tacos started becoming more popular, and it was the stereotype of just that's just a little taco stand, and now
a little like South Park shaped Mexican guy with a sombrero.
Yeah.
A couple of tacos and
yeah. And now look at them.
They still do that.
Yeah.
That's still a kind of a but it's different context, sort of.
Yeah. But that's where the stigma came from. Look at them trying to make money in a system that we made. Now let's make fun of them. Yeah, I don't know. I need a car.
Trying to get out of Cleveland more?
I am. I have to. Again, it's the girl thing. The only way to grow is to move on. But what if Cleveland misses me? What if Cleveland gets a different comic that's better than me?
It'll
bigger than me and lasts
back.
longer and makes Cleveland squirt, and Cleveland never squirted when John was there. Are we still talking about comedy?
I
don't want to leave Cleveland, but I can't stay in Cleveland because it's not working.
I don't think we've been talking about comedy this whole time.
Just two guys in their 40s who are finally.
I want to do more personal writing and stuff, like material wise, but I don't know. It just ugh.
Well, that's how it was. I had my first therapy session, and that was like that. Like I was excited to go, and then when I went, I was like, oh, I don't want to talk about this stuff. I was excited about the idea of what I thought therapy would do, but then when I'm like, wait,
did you go into it thinking that, like, I'll talk about this stuff, then I'll feel better about it, and then I'll make it funny?
No, not the make it funny part. I mean, I knew I was going to talk about it on stage just because I talk about my life, but like that wasn't part of it. I was just curious of the feedback that I would get. Like, would it be like some, and blah 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 blah, and then blah 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 blah, and then I have a light bulb like, oh my god, I didn't know thank you. And like the crowd, like I thought it'd be some cathartic type shit, you know what I mean? And it was and it was more like just being in a class with a cool teacher. You know, when you kind of talk about the shit that ain't.
They sit backwards on them with this chair backwards.
Yeah, you talking about the shit that ain't about class, you know what I mean? And it's just kind of cool vibes. You're like, oh, this is a cool hang. But so I don't know.
Yeah, my last therapist was a fan of like when Bill Squire and Mike Polk were doing those the Man in the Box videos back. These are like years ago.
I'd say just before my time.
It was like some sketch thing. It was, I think Jeremy Shear was on a couple. Marty was around, like just and Chews, like a bunch of those guys that were around back then. My last therapist was like, when I mentioned comedy, he was like telling me, "Oh, those guys got me through college watching those videos and stuff," and I was kind of like, "Fuck you." Not really. Not.
What is that Rick and Morty thing? Your boobs mean nothing to me. I've seen what you.
No, it's not like that.
I've seen what you applaud. Your boobs mean nothing.
I like all those guys, but it's just, it's just like when you tell somebody about comedy and they're like, "Oh, do you know about these?" Like, and then they name people that are doing better than you.
Yeah.
It's more that kind of thing. It's like, all right, cool. You know who Jim Jeffries is, or whatever.
Yeah. Well, I have noticed though, it's happened enough to where like I just noticed that's just people's pattern. It's like the whole like you can put that in one of your skits, or or like if you're selling tickets to some locally produced show. Hey, where is it? What time are you going up? Where do I park? Like when they're just hitting you with all. I've got hit with those questions so much that I just realized these people, they don't realize they're doing it. It must be something innately in humans that makes so many of them say the same fucking. It's again back to women. It's like you can't even get mad at them at a certain point if most of them are doing it this way. It's just it must be some biological imperative. So just the old Buddhist thing of don't get mad at a moth for eating your socks. That's just what they do.
I think that's the weird thing about talking to people after shows, is because it is like all the same conversations like every time you do it, but it's not. But yeah, like it is a new individual.
Your
like,
Uber's outside. This was fun. They're going to leave.
I don't. What I'm saying.
He said he's pulling off in 1 minute. You gotta go.
If you see John and I on a show together, talk to John.
Man,
talk to us after the show.
My social battery, dude. Like, I bartended 5 days this week, which is a lot of days in a row, and it's not just like moving, which we were busy, but it's also like people be wanting to talk, man, and like. And I'm very engaging. Like I'm good at what I do. Like that's one of the reasons that it do be busy. You know what I mean? So I'm not like trying to poo-poo it. I'm glad. I'm happy. But just to be constantly on and then doing comedy on top of that, it's like that shit is mentally draining like a motherfucker, man. My brain just be like, like at the. So that's again like the after the show is more draining because by the time that's happened. I'm done with the week of bartending, and then I just did some set, which hopefully the night went well, and now it's over. And you're up there, and you're just thank you. Follow me at John Armstrong Comedy. Thank you. Yeah, follow by yes. Thank you. Where are you gonna be? That was so funny. Where's the next place you're gonna go? Do you get outside of the city? Or oh my God, I know somebody who lives there, and it's cute, and they're nice, and it's great, and I love it. But it's just it's hard. It's hard. Yeah, it's just it's a long day.
Yeah, dude. It's just it's been a long one. Anytime you're doing it where you're like still working a day job and
And you're a middle-aged man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that could be my autobiography. It's been a long day.
a memoir. It's been a long, mostly disappointing, at times exciting day. Yeah, I don't know.
I know I have gotten more in the last 5 years, more like, because up to that point, I felt like I haven't done anything, and I was getting old. But now, over the last 5 years, I challenged that idea more, and I was like, I have done some stuff.
Yeah.
I've had more of a life than I give myself credit for.
Yeah.
But
You can't see the picture when you're in the frame, buddy. That speaking of, that's why I have to take more pictures, and because I've had so much. We're like certain chunks of your life. Like once you're into your 30s, it was happening in my 20s, but once you're in your 30s and then in your 40s, patches of time just become a blur, man.
yeah.
And so you literally need to document like pictures and just remind yourself, oh yeah, I did do that, or okay, that, you know what I mean.
I was trying to think about. I was trying to remember some details of a bad relationship for writing purposes.
Did your mind let you go there?
From like 5 years ago, and I'm like, I don't. It's kind of like I also don't give a fuck how any of it happened anymore.
Pull on that hangnail,
No,
and it just keeps going.
It's the opposite. I'm finding I'm bored with it. Where I'm just like,
That's good. I don't know how well I am with that, with a lot of emotions that I've been experiencing lately. I don't know if I got it out or if I put the bottle cap on, but I am having a calm slowly, come over me, but I still have you can tell from how I chain smoke weed. There's still a fire in there. It's like that. You ever hear that coal mine in Pennsylvania that's just on fire and that's just will never stop burning? That is my sadness and anger and abandonment. It's like, I can't get the water down there. I can't get it far enough. It's just smoldering.
That's not a water fire. That's a smother fire.
Oh well, I don't know how you do that.
You gotta throw a heat blanket over it.
What's a metaphorical heat blanket for my shitty thoughts?
Weed.
Oh well. All right. Well, mission accomplished.
Just
gonna ratchet up my anxiety and cortisol.
The best revenge is living well.
Yeah,
I think
man.
Revenge is the wrong word, but
yeah. But no, like I said, yeah, I do have a bit of contentment washing over me. I'm starting to get a little more acclimated in my skin.
I think for me, it's like everything that happens in life now, I'm kind of like, I've done this once before.
That is the good thing about getting older and being a little neurospicy comedian is your pattern recognition is like, ting.
I'm just like, I've had these feelings and I know what they do, and you're more it's just like, okay.
Like when you were talking about the show that you did that you have to redo in New York, and just being there around certain people, it's like, oh, I know this type of person. Like I've seen this movie before. I get that with certain people that or interactions that I have, and you're just better equipped to deal with it. Like, you know what I mean? Like you don't necessarily react in certain ways just because I know you more than you know you. Like, and I don't even want to go through the back and forth of the conclusion that I already know is it's just it's a superpower of just literally been there, done that. Like,
it's also the thing that makes it harder to talk to all those people after the show, where it's just like the repetitiveness of like the thousands of people I've talked to over the years.
Well, because that's the other thing. It's like you want to connect with people and you want to connect like with your fans or make fans. But for you to be engaged and to come across as not bored or mentally exhausted or
Yeah.
anxious or scared or shy, you have to kind of cultivate this character so they feel healthy, or not healthy, but comfortable and fun talking to you. But in doing that, you're lying to them, you know what I mean? So you can't even be your authentic
Yeah.
self, but to be your authentic self, you probably come across a certain way. So you gotta again, it's
You gotta
like
tap into, like, because I do like I do want to interact and shit. I just don't have it's just
again, it's that, like, when I get off stage, I'm just not on anymore.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's hard to be like like, not that I'm like that on stage, but it's hard to be like that when you're standing there like, okay, I got these wristbands and this is special. Like,
Here's a T-shirt.
we're so crotchety.
I know. I guess that's really, like, honestly.
Oh, these are first world comic problems. We're just creating barriers for ourselves. I'm sorry,
Honestly,
America.
that's
Everybody
the,
come up and shake hands after the show.
That's probably the real advice for both of us on that, is, like, just fucking accept that is part of performing, is like the follow up after.
Dude, one of the best
It's
things.
like it's like to do an Armstrong on this. It's like when you spank and hate fuck somebody, and then you just leave. Like, you can't just leave. You gotta cuddle.
Yeah, you gotta balance out that energy.
You gotta
Yeah.
do aftercare.
Yeah. You gotta cuddle with them.
You gotta bring them back down.
Yeah. The Uber's on the way though.
It's all part of it. All right, well, we put an hour into the conclusion that we're kind of lazy. I feel like such a dick, like, just being like, I don't want to talk. I don't have fans because I don't want to talk to people, but I don't mind talking. I don't know.
Again, that's why I don't get pussy, because I just.
It's not from a mean spirited
Again
for me though. It is for John, but I don't.
Fuck you.
I don't mind it. I just.
I'm angry and sad. All right.
Yeah, it's tough, but I do. I first brought it up 40 minutes ago at this point, because I do think that's what influencers are doing well, are like people with big followings that, like, they talk to people, they interact, even on all their comments, they're prying, and they kind of know a lot of the people that comment and shit, and have a rapport with their fans. And it's yeah, it seems like a lot. And that's why
We're just two kids looking outside that don't want to rake leaves. Like, why do leaves keep falling? I don't want to fucking rake any fucking leaves.
So if you got to this part, follow us on Instagram.
Come rake our leaves. John Armstrong Comedy. Chris Paul's going to be at the Third Thursday comedy show at Crowbar this May 21st. It's a couple Thursdays from now, but yeah. So check that out.
21st or 23rd?
I think it's
21st.
the 21st.
Okay.
Oh, no, it is, because that's a Thursday. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing that. And other stuff, the roast battles tonight, so that won't be.
That's dope.
Just go to rblcleveland.com for all the roast battle shows. Those dates are all listed there. And yeah, I don't know. Come back next week.
Remember, America, be funny. Be yourself.
Try to talk to us in the comments. I dare you.
Talk to us. We're normal people. And put the fire out inside. And then you can put the fire out in the world.
Yeah, you got to put your oxygen mask on before you can help anyone else.
Dude, the I can only imagine my new neighbors Because I've been listening Patrice O'Neal on repeat because he's been my spirit animal, and I'm new in that apartment, so and it's a girl who's like my neighbors, just like just some angry single man listening to his shitty self-help, like your happiness has to come first, you goofy bitch. That's just been on rinse and repeat. It's been getting me through, and it's good shit. Thank you guys. Thanks for listening to the podcast. Like, share, subscribe.